I'm supposed to be writing right now, but I thought I would do the vlog first with a little update as to how things are going. Welcome to the channel. This is Darren here giving you an update as to my progress with everything going on with writing my novel. So there's a couple of things I want to go over and some things that I'm learning and kind of other bits of stuff as well. Let's start with the word count. So my words as they stand as of now are 11,816 words. So not a lot of words in the last 4 days since I hit just over the 10,000 mark. There is a reason though, a very valid reason. I did no writing on Saturday or Sunday. I had really busy days doing other stuff. Actually, I didn't on Sunday. It was a lazy day, but I really needed that day just to chill out and things like that. And because I've still got the goal set that it's looking at like April, I'm still ahead and I'm still going to meet that deadline come hell or high water. I did some writing last night and the night before. I did about 500 and something words the night before last, and I did like 900 and something yesterday. So I kind of like, ploughed on, but I'm getting to the stage now where I need to kind of stop because I'm going to get to the chapter where they're going to say the castle. So I need to kind of research what castle that I'm going to do and how I'm going to map that out, because I really need a picture of it in my head as to what goes where and looking around, because it's really a big part of this story as well, which you'll find out when that comes to release. That bit I don't really want to tell you because there would just be no point in me trying to get this out. So as a learning curve, there's a couple of things that I wanted to talk about, and that in the last couple of days I have not been actively watching a lot of author tubers on YouTube, and there's a good reason for it. I'm not going to mention any names, but there was one in particular which I watched where this person did a great video. They had like 100 and odd subscribers. I thought it was of good value. When I commented, they didn't interact with me, and all they did was give me a heart. And I don't mean to sound like I'm ungrateful, but it's my understanding that whatever you want to be successful in, and if anything, I'm going to kind of give this as advice, and it's only because it helps me with my audience, is that you really need to be interacting with your audience. If you're not interacting with your audience, don't expect to be able to, write a book and get readers, or build a YouTube channel and get followers and things like that, because they're generally interested in you. If you're not going to interact with them, even like a simple thank you or something like that, they're not going to stick around for long. And I didn't. I unsubscribed because I was heartfully disappointed, and it wasn't only me, everybody else that this person just gave a heart to. Don't do that. Interact with the people that are taking the time to watch or read your content, and get to know them, because those are the people that are supporting you, who are showing a genuine interest in you. It really, really, really kind of annoyed me that. And I'm not going to mention this other person, but this other person reached out to me and was the only other author who did actually reach out to me. And, not on YouTube or anything, just dropped me a message and we had a really good chat. And they said, you know what it is? Right now it's about the writing. That's all it's about. It's about the writing, the progress, and you just got to keep on writing, get that through that drafting, get that done, and that's all you need to be aiming for. And they were like, write like the wind. And you know what? They're absolutely right. We do need to write like the wind. They did give me some very, very good, useful sources. So there's a guy that I'm watching called Chris Fox. And why I like his videos is because he's done experiments where he wrote a novel in 21 days, and then he did a project where he's marketed the novel, so he's followed and showed the results and things like that. And this is the kind of research that I need, I think. It's not that I want to kind of say I want the novel to be in the top 50 in whatever genre. It's just that I can say, right, well, if it was above this, it would be great. If it's not a big deal, but I would like for it to get here. And I'm also at the stage where I'm kind of got a lot going on in my head where I'm like, what genre does this book need to be in? What keywords will I need to look at? How will I market it? And the most important thing that I'm seeing right now is about making a newsletter and getting that newsletter out there to build a readership. But then I've got going through my head is, well, how do you market that newsletter? How do you get people to play a genuine interest? And I know YouTube will play one part of that, and that's the fellow authors. But what about actual, people who don't write, people who just read? How do I contact them? How do I get them to be interested in what I'm writing? What will I put in the newsletter? How will I fill it with content? Is the podcast going to be enough? How regular do I need to put the newsletter out there? All this stuff. But primarily I'm saying that the newsletter is probably, aside from the novel, is like the top of my list, because if I've got a book which I'm writing, which is going to be, ready in, say, summer, just after, I don't know, that I've got no readers for, then what am I doing? Because I need to have people there ready to read the book when it comes out. And then I'm like, well, what happens when the book's published? Do I need to find better readers? Or do I want to, get ARCs and send ARCs out? Or do I just want to, get these readers and do a soft launch and then a big launch? I really don't know. There's like all these questions going on at the moment, and there's so much planning and prep. But at the same time, like, when that takes away from my writing, I feel guilty. Because I feel, well, you're not putting all the effort into the novel. But I don't want to just put all the effort into the novel and have nothing to show for it. So I'm in a bit of a catch-22 situation at the moment. I need to kind of work all this out in my head and work out what I need to do going forward. One thing that I definitely would say is that from listening to a podcast, which other indie authors might be listening to this, if you're not, I would recommend it, and it's called The Self-Publishing Formula. And I'm listening to it while I'm at work during the day, and all the authors that they're interviewing have all got different ways. There's no set formula for success, so they've all got different ways in which to do it. So I just need to decide on which way I am going to do what. I like Mark Dawson's formula because an author that I'm listening to currently that he interviewed called John P. Logston. Yeah. No, it wasn't. Yes, it was. John P. Logston. And he's an American guy, and what he said is that he tried Mark's training, and he was dead set against it, and his wife says, look, just do it and see what happens, see if you get any readers and blah blah blah. And he did, and it worked for him, but because he followed exactly what he was told to do. And I thought, well, yeah, maybe I need to do that. I think it's because I'm kind of dubious that I confess I've got a large budget that I can put towards the book, but I don't want to lose money or lose as little money as I possibly can when doing all of this. I don't want to start throwing money down the drain on things that I need to get done. And that includes book editing, proofreading, you know, all that stuff. I don't want to just, you know, kind of find the first editor and say, great, you know, there's a book, go and edit it. I want to really do my homework and my research. And, you know, I really want to kind of work through all this in my head. So, yeah, that's where I am at the moment. There's a lot running through my head at the moment. You might be watching this and think, well, you know, just don't worry about that, just write. And yeah, that's exactly what I should do. But it's always there at the back of my mind. It's always kind of there in the back of my mind. What if I don't do this? What if I don't do that? What do I need to do? And that's kind of where things are at the moment. So yeah, it was, this video might be a bit nonsensical. Maybe it's just me dumping thoughts, you know, let's just call it that. In fact, I'm going to call the video that, thought dumping. So feel free to interact by all means and comment on what I've said today. If you understood any of it, forgive the ramblings. But I kind of just wanted to get that out there, you know, of what's going on in my head at the moment. So I'm going to go now. I'm going to go and watch a video about podcasting first. And then I'm going to try and get at least 1,500 words done before I go to bed tonight. That'll take me at about 25% in of the book, which I'll be very, very happy with. So yeah, that is definitely everything from me from now. And I will speak to you guys very, very soon. Thanks very much for taking the time to watch the video. Sorry if it didn't make much sense. I'll try and make sure that next video does. Alright guys, until next time, bye for now. Bye.